Today we explore this massive floating fortress, revealing the intense daily life hidden deep inside its hull. Beneath the bustling flight deck lies a completely different world. It is a massive industrial complex operating relentlessly across the vast ocean. This incredible ship is not just a military weapon. It is a floating city filled with extreme pressure, constant danger, and dedication. Thousands of sailors live and work in these tight spaces. They face unimaginable challenges while keeping the massive warship functioning perfectly every day. We will take you deep into the giant garage. You will witness the incredible coordination required to move these expensive fighter jets. Every single second matters in this highly dangerous environment. A tiny mistake can instantly lead to catastrophic consequences for the entire crew. Prepare to uncover the hidden reality of naval aviation. We will show you the sweat, the tears, and the unbreakable human spirit. The sheer scale of this mighty vessel is absolutely breathtaking. It requires an army of highly trained professionals to maintain its power. From the flight deck down to the dark engine rooms, every sailor plays a critical role in this incredibly complex floating ecosystem. Let us step inside the massive hangar bay right now. This is where the true mechanical heartbeat of the aircraft carrier resides. Welcome to the giant garage located directly beneath the flight deck. It spans an impressive 685 feet in length. With a width of 110 feet, this massive space serves as the primary storage and maintenance area for naval aircraft. The ceiling reaches 25 feet high, providing just enough clearance for the vertical stabilizers of the massive fighter jets parked inside. This enormous cavern currently holds more than 60 different aircraft. You can see numerous fighter jets and helicopters resting in the shadows. Space is an absolute premium inside this floating military garage. Aircraft are packed tightly together like a giant puzzle of expensive metal. The entire hangar is divided into 4 separate enclosed zones. Massive sliding doors can quickly isolate any area during a sudden emergency. These heavy steel doors are designed to contain deadly fires. They prevent catastrophic explosions from spreading across the entire ship during combat. Walking through this dimly lit space feels incredibly surreal. The smell of jet fuel and heavy machinery constantly fills the cold air. Mechanics are constantly working on the parked aircraft around the clock. Maintenance never stops in this highly demanding and stressful military environment. The hangar bay is the central nervous system of the ship. Without this massive space, the entire aviation mission would completely fail. Every single inch of the deck is covered with heavy equipment. Sailors must carefully navigate through this dangerous maze of metal parts. The sound of grinding metal and shouting voices echoes loudly. It is a chaotic symphony of relentless industrial labor and military precision. Powerful overhead cranes are utilized to lift heavy engine components. The sheer mechanical power required to maintain these jets is truly astonishing. Even during the darkest hours of the night, the hangar bay remains brightly lit and fully active with intense mechanical repair work. This giant steel cave protects the valuable aircraft from the harsh ocean weather. Salt water and strong winds can quickly damage sensitive electronics. The deck is coated with a special non-slip material. This prevents dangerous accidents when the ship rolls heavily in rough seas. Fire suppression systems are mounted everywhere across the high ceiling. Foam can completely cover the entire deck within just a few seconds. It is a marvel of modern naval engineering and design. Every structural element serves a specific purpose to ensure maximum combat efficiency. The hangar bay perfectly demonstrates the incredible logistical capabilities of the Navy. It is a masterpiece of spatial organization and mechanical power. Now, let us meet the brave individuals who control this chaos. They are the legendary sailors affectionately known as the hangar rats. The hangar rats are the true masters of this domain. These yellow-shirted sailors control the movement of every single aircraft here. They are officially known as aviation boatswain mates, or handlers. Their primary job is incredibly stressful and demands absolute perfection every day. Directing a multi-million-dollar fighter jet requires immense skill. They use precise hand signals to communicate in this extremely noisy environment. The space between parked aircraft is often just a few inches. A single miscalculation could cause millions of dollars in severe damage. These dedicated sailors work long hours under tremendous physical pressure. They constantly walk on hard steel decks while breathing toxic exhaust fumes. Watch how they carefully guide this massive helicopter into position. Their movements are highly synchronized, like a beautifully choreographed mechanical ballet performance. Trust is absolutely essential among the hangar deck control team. The pilot must blindly follow the handler to avoid hitting the walls. The yellow shirts carry a heavy burden of responsibility daily. They must safely organize the aircraft puzzle to ensure efficient flight operations. Moving a jet from the hangar to the flight deck involves massive elevators. These heavy platforms can lift tons of solid metal. The handlers must secure the aircraft tightly to the deck. Heavy chains are used to prevent movement during violent ocean storm conditions. It is a physically exhausting job that requires immense stamina. They pull heavy chains and push massive equipment across the steel floor. The hangar rats develop a unique bond with each other. They rely on their teammates for safety in this highly dangerous workplace. Communication is mostly nonverbal due to the deafening background noise. A simple nod or hand gesture can convey a complex movement command. Their bright yellow shirts make them easily visible in the shadows. They stand out against the gray steel background of the ship. The pressure to perform quickly is always present and intense. Delayed aircraft movements can severely disrupt the entire combat mission schedule today. Every handler undergoes rigorous training before stepping onto the deck. They must memorize the exact dimensions of every aircraft in the fleet. Experience is the best teacher in this harsh industrial environment. Veteran handlers can move jets with incredible speed and perfect pinpoint accuracy. They are the unsung conductors of this massive military orchestra. Without their precise direction, the hangar bay would descend into total chaos. The physical toll on their bodies is often quite severe. Back pain and joint issues are common among these hard-working sailors. Despite the extreme hardships, they take immense pride in their work. They know their crucial role keeps the mighty aircraft carrier fighting. The hangar rats are a tough and highly resilient breed. They face danger with a calm demeanor and an unwavering professional focus. You can see the intense concentration in their tired eyes. Every movement is calculated to ensure the absolute safety of the crew. They are the ultimate masters of spatial awareness and geometry. Fitting 60 aircraft into this tight steel box is a daily miracle. Let us take a moment to appreciate their incredible dedication. These brave men and women are the true backbone of naval aviation. Their relentless hard work directly enables the next phase of action. This brings us to the intense rhythm of continuous, cyclic operations. Cyclic operations represent the relentless heartbeat of the aircraft carrier. It is a continuous loop of intense aviation activity that never stops. Each operational cycle lasts for approximately 90 fast-paced minutes. During this brief time, a massive amount of coordinated work is accomplished. The cycle begins with the explosive launch of fighter jets. Powerful steam catapults throw the heavy aircraft into the sky with force. Immediately after the launch, the deck must be cleared quickly. The crew prepares for the dangerous recovery phase of returning tired pilots. Catching a jet on a moving ship is extremely difficult. The arresting cables must flawlessly stop the speeding aircraft in mere seconds. Once safely on deck, the aircraft is quickly moved away. The rearming and refueling process begins immediately, under highly stressful working conditions. Red-shirted ordnancemen rush to load heavy missiles and bombs. They handle deadly explosives with extreme care and impressive lightning-fast speed. Purple-shirted fuel handlers attach heavy hoses to the jets. Thousands of gallons of highly flammable jet fuel are pumped under pressure. Meanwhile, mechanics conduct rapid visual inspections of the aircraft frame. They search for any minor damage that could compromise the next flight. This chaotic 90-minute dance happens continuously around the clock. The carrier operates 24 hours a day without a single pause. The noise during cyclic operations is absolutely deafening and terrifying. Jet engines scream at maximum power while heavy steel cables violently snap. Night operations add a terrifying layer of complexity and danger. The crew must perform these dangerous tasks in almost complete pitch darkness. Pilots rely entirely on their instruments and the deck crew. Trust is the only thing preventing a catastrophic disaster in the dark. The rhythm of the cycle dictates everything on the ship. Meals, sleep, and maintenance are all scheduled around this relentless aviation heartbeat. It is a masterclass in extreme logistical efficiency and teamwork. Hundreds of sailors must perform their specific duties flawlessly in perfect unison. The pressure to maintain the schedule is incredibly high today. A single delayed jet can disrupt the entire carefully planned combat cycle. Exhaustion is a constant enemy during these long operational periods. Sailors must fight through fatigue to maintain their sharp focus and safety. The flight deck during a cycle is a dangerous place. It is often described as the most hazardous working environment on Earth, yet the crew performs this mechanical ballet with astonishing grace. Their rigorous training ensures they can handle the extreme stress and chaos. Every successful launch and recovery is a triumph of teamwork. It proves the incredible capability of this massive floating military airbase. The continuous cycle projects immense military power across the globe. It allows the carrier to strike targets anywhere at any given moment. Behind the scenes, another group of sailors makes this possible. They repair the broken jets that cannot survive the brutal operational cycle. When an aircraft sustains heavy damage, it goes down below. It is sent to the deep maintenance shops hidden inside the ship. These deep repairs require specialized skills and heavy industrial equipment. The hangar bay elevators transport the wounded metal birds to the mechanics. This brings us to the Aircraft Intermediate Maintenance Division team. They are the unsung technical heroes working deep within the steel hull. Deep inside the carrier lies the Intermediate Maintenance Division workshops. This is where the most complex and critical aviation repairs take place. The technicians here are the brilliant, unsung heroes of aviation. They possess incredible technical knowledge about every single component of the aircraft. Their workshops are filled with highly advanced diagnostic testing equipment. They can rebuild a completely shattered jet engine while floating at sea. Violent landings on the flight deck cause severe structural stress. Landing gear and hydraulic systems frequently break under the immense physical impact. The maintenance team carefully strips down the damaged hydraulic components. They replace broken seals and test the massive pressure systems for leaks. Avionics technicians work in clean rooms to repair sensitive electronics. They fix radar systems and targeting computers, essential for the combat mission. The jet engine repair shop is a massive industrial facility. Technicians carefully inspect turbine blades for microscopic cracks using advanced imaging technology. They can completely tear down and rebuild a massive engine. The rebuilt engine is then tested at full power on the fantail. These technicians work long hours in incredibly hot and cramped spaces. Their dedication ensures the carrier always has enough fully functional aircraft. Without their vital technical expertise, the air wing would fail. The jets would simply break down and become useless pieces of metal. They machine new custom parts from solid blocks of metal. The ship is a fully self-sustaining floating factory capable of miracles. The smell of burning metal and soldering iron fills the air. Sparks fly as welders repair the heavy structural damage on the jets. Every repaired component must pass incredibly strict quality control tests. A single faulty part could easily cause a fatal crash during flight. The responsibility resting on their shoulders is truly immense every day. They hold the lives of the brave pilots in their greasy hands. Teamwork is just as important here as on the deck. Technicians collaborate to solve complex mechanical puzzles under extreme time pressure constraints. They take immense pride in returning a broken jet to service. Seeing their repaired aircraft launch successfully is their ultimate daily reward. The maintenance division operates 24 hours a day continuously. The workload never decreases during an active combat deployment across the ocean. These sailors rarely see the sunlight or the blue ocean. They are permanently confined to the glowing artificial lights of the workshops. Their technical skills are highly sought after in the civilian world, but they choose to serve their country in these harsh conditions. The sound of pneumatic tools echoes through the steel corridors. It is a constant reminder of the relentless mechanical work happening below. They are the silent force that keeps the weapons flying. Their technical brilliance is the true foundation of the carrier strike group. However, this highly industrial environment is filled with hidden dangers. The combination of heavy machinery and extreme fatigue can be completely deadly. Despite all safety protocols, terrible accidents still happen on board. The demanding pace of operations leaves absolutely no room for human error. We must acknowledge the dark side of this incredible floating city. The constant threat of severe injury or sudden death is always present. Let us look closely at the extreme hazards they face. The reality of working here is often written in blood and tears. The aircraft carrier is an incredibly dangerous place to live. Every single day brings new threats to the brave sailors working here. Tragic accidents are a haunting reality of naval aviation history. The loss of limbs or even life is a constant, terrifying possibility. A momentary lapse in concentration can easily become instantly fatal. Heavy machinery and speeding aircraft show absolutely no mercy to anyone nearby. Jet fuel is one of the most terrifying daily hazards. A tiny spark can ignite a massive inferno within a few seconds. Fire is the greatest enemy of any ship at sea. The crew is constantly trained to fight massive blazes in tight spaces. The memory of past devastating fires still haunts the fleet. Those terrible tragedies serve as a grim reminder of the deadly stakes. The arresting cables on the flight deck are incredibly dangerous. If a heavy cable suddenly snaps, it can cleanly slice a person. Jet blast can easily blow a sailor right off the deck. The invisible force of the hot exhaust is powerful and extremely deadly. Fatigue is a silent killer that stalks the entire crew. Working 14-hour shifts for months slowly destroys their mental focus completely. Sleep deprivation makes simple tasks feel incredibly difficult and confusing. Mistakes multiply when the human brain is pushed beyond its absolute limits. The constant loud noise causes severe long-term hearing damage. Even with heavy protection, the physical vibration shakes them to the bone. Toxic fumes from jet exhaust and industrial chemicals fill the lungs. The long-term health effects of this harsh environment are often severe. Moving heavy bombs and missiles requires extreme caution and care. A single dropped weapon could trigger a catastrophic chain of massive explosions. The weather adds another unpredictable layer of extreme daily danger. Massive ocean waves cause the giant ship to pitch and roll violently. Slips and falls on the hard steel deck cause horrible injuries. Broken bones and severe concussions are sadly very common on this ship. Mental health struggles are a hidden epidemic among the exhausted crew. The extreme isolation and high stress take a heavy psychological toll daily. Being away from family for many months is incredibly painful. They miss important life events while serving in the middle of nowhere. The pressure to remain strong prevents many from seeking help. They silently carry the emotional burden while continuing their dangerous daily duties. Yet, they endure these immense hardships with incredible, stoic resilience. Their unwavering commitment to the mission keeps them moving forward every day. They rely heavily on their fellow sailors for emotional support. The strong brotherhood formed in this steel crucible is completely unbreakable forever. Every sailor knows the severe risks when they sign up. They willingly put their lives on the line for their beloved country. We honor their incredible sacrifice and their quiet, daily bravery. They are true heroes, working in the most dangerous environment on Earth. To survive this brutal reality, they need moments of peace. They must find comfort in the small spaces they call their home. Living conditions on the carrier are notoriously cramped and uncomfortable. Space is prioritized for deadly weapons and aircraft rather than human comfort. Let us explore the hidden living quarters of the crew. This is where they rest and recharge for the next grueling shift. The berthing areas are incredibly tight and completely lack privacy. Thousands of sailors are packed into small steel compartments deep down below. They sleep in narrow, triple-stacked bunk beds called racks. There is barely enough room to turn over without hitting the ceiling. A small curtain provides the only illusion of personal privacy. All their worldly possessions are stored in a tiny metal drawer underneath. The constant hum of the ship engines vibrates through the beds. It is a lullaby of industrial noise that never truly stops playing. The mess deck is the main gathering place for the crew. It is a massive cafeteria serving thousands of hot meals every day. Feeding this giant floating city is an incredible logistical miracle. Tons of fresh food and supplies are consumed rapidly by hungry sailors. The quality of the food can greatly impact crew morale. A good hot meal provides brief comfort after a long, exhausting shift. Sailors sit tightly together at long metal tables to eat. They share quick stories and loud laughter to relieve the intense stress. The mess deck also serves as a central social hub. It is a place to briefly forget the deadly dangers waiting outside. One machine holds a special place in every sailor heart. The soft-serve ice cream machine is the ultimate source of joy. A simple bowl of cold ice cream works absolute miracles. It instantly boosts the morale of tired sailors missing their distant homes. Long lines form quickly whenever the ice cream machine operates. It is a tiny taste of civilian life floating on the ocean. The ship also contains small gyms hidden in random corners. Sailors lift heavy weights to stay fit and release built-up tension. Mail call is another highly anticipated event on the carrier. Receiving a physical letter from home brings immense joy to the crew. Internet access is severely limited and often incredibly slow here. Connection to the outside world is a rare and highly valued luxury. Despite the cramped conditions, they create a unique, floating community. They celebrate birthdays and holidays together in the middle of the sea. This steel giant becomes their temporary home for many months. They learn to adapt and thrive in this highly unusual living environment. The resilience of the human spirit is truly on display. They find brilliant ways to smile despite the extreme hardship and danger. Their incredible dedication ensures the mighty ship remains fully operational. They are the true beating heart of this massive floating military machine. Thank you for joining us on this incredible, deep journey. Please subscribe to Steel Sea Giants for more amazing naval documentary videos.